Hi, good morning everyone. So, let's start the class. So, today we are going to start the class with three different activities. Maybe done before or have seen before. हम ये बहुत बार कर चुके हैं. So, let's dive into it. So, पहला एक्टिविटी है पेपर फोल्डिंग का और पेपर फोल्ड करने के बाद जो एंड रिजल्ट होता है वो हमें दिख रहा है. आफ्टर दिस सेकेंड एक्टिविटी इज टीयरिंग पेपर. एंड प्रोडक्ट है, हमने वो भी देख लिया. एंड द थर्ड एक्टिविटी इज ऑन बर्निंग ऑफ पेपर. सो इन तीनों एक्टिविटी में कुछ ना कुछ चेंजेस होते हुए हम देख सकते हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न टुडे. टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न समथिंग super interesting, that is changes around us. Trust me, after finishing this video, you will start seeing signs everywhere. You can also see different changes in graphics which I have used in different changes like rotting of fruits, photosynthesis of plants, making omelets from eggs, firewood burning, even shredding of papers. These are also different kind of changes having something in common and something which also differs. So let's start with something very simple. Let's discuss the first activity we have seen, that is the folding of paper, or the second activity, tearing of paper. What is common in these two activities? In these two activities, no new things are formed. No new things are formed. कुछ नया हमने फॉर्म होते हुए नहीं देखा है इन दोनों एक्टिविटी में. एक्टिविटी के पहले भी पेपर जैसा ही था. आफ्टर दैट इट वॉज स्टिल पेपर. सो येस, only the shape of the paper changed. So this is a physical change. What is physical change? Physical change is a kind of change where only shape, size और state changes. मतलब जहाँ पे सिर्फ shape में change, साइज में चेंज या स्टेट में चेंज दिखेगा. जैसे शेप या साइज में चेंज हम यहाँ पे दो ग्राफिक्स में देख सकते हैं. एक है श्रेडिंग ऑफ पेपर, अनदर इज क्रम्बलिंग अप ऑफ पेपर. एंड स्टेट चेंज हम देख सकते हैं नीचे राइट कॉर्नर में, जहाँ पे आइस मेल्ट हो रहा है. आइस इज गेटिंग चेंज फ्रॉम इट्स सॉलिड स्टेट टू द लिक्विड स्टेट. सो दिस ऑल आर एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ फिजिकल चेंज. हियर नो न्यू सब्सटेंसेस आर फॉर्म्ड. कुछ भी नया यहाँ पे फॉर्म नहीं होता है. जो भी है वो पुराना में ही कुछ हल्का सा चेंजेस आता है उसके फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ में. एंड दीज आर यूजुअली रिवर्सिबल. जैसे इस आइस को मेल्ट होने के बाद हम फिर से इसको फ्रिज में रख के फ्रीज करके आइस बना सकते हैं. yes, so physical change is a change in which the physical properties like shape, size, color, state or appearance of a substance are changed, but no new substances are formed. Examples, as we have already discussed, melting of ice, tearing of paper, dissolving sugar in water, and many more. So, let's watch another video. ये चीज़ भी हम अभी विंटर गया है और ये चीज़ हम सारा विंटर में काफ़ी बार करते हैं. दैट इज़ रबिंग ऑफ हैंड. So when we rub our hands together, we feel a warmth. But does our hand change into something new? No, because that is only a physical change. In a physical change, the materials remains the same. There is no change in the materials. Okay? So, अभी आगे बढ़ते हुए, let's do a very small activity. As you can see, there are 4 images. हर image में कुछ ना कुछ change होते हुए हम देख सकते हैं. But there is one thing different. There is one thing that is the odd one out. So, can we tell which one is the odd one out? Yes, those who are thinking that this one, the rusting of hammer, is the odd one out, are correct, because hammer is sometimes made up of iron, gets rusted, and rust is something which is not same as iron. ये iron से थोड़ा different होता है chemically. So this is a chemical change where something new is getting formed. It is totally different from the other 3. That is the shredding of paper, जहाँ पे paper का shape और size change हो रहा है. Same goes for the cutting of hair, जहाँ पे again hair का shape या size change कर रहे हैं हम. Boiling of water may seem like a chemical change, but it is a physical change. यहाँ पे सिर्फ हम heat देने के वजह से water अपना state liquid से vapor में transform कर रही है. There is a transformation in the state of the water, not a chemical change. Nothing new is formed here. So ये chemical change होता क्या है? Physical change तो हम समझ लिए कि यहाँ पे कुछ भी new form नहीं होता है, बस कुछ physical properties में change आती है. But what about the chemical change? What happens there? So let's move forward. Chemical change is a type of change where something new is formed. Some new substance is formed और ये usually reversible नहीं होता है. जैसे एक बार आयरन रस्टेड हो गया तो हम उसको वापस और ठीक नहीं कर सकते हैं, वापस उसको हम बैक टू आयरन नहीं लेके जा सकते हैं। सिमिलरली जैसे कि हम एक बार एग का ऑमलेट बना लेते हैं तो वापस हम उसको फिर से वापस शेल वाला एग बना के रख सकते हैं क्या? Obviously no. So here something new is formed and the changes are mostly reversible. And during this whole change या तो heat absorb होती है या फिर heat released होती है. तो we can say that energy may be released or absorbed. Yes. So the definition of the chemical change is a change in which a substance undergoes a change in its chemical composition, not the physical properties, but also the chemical composition, and forms one or more new substances. That is chemical change, like burning of wood, rusting of iron, and even digestion of our food. Okay, if we look around, you will see a lot of केमिकल चेंजेस ऑल्सो हैपनिंग अराउंड अस. हम रस्ट देख सकते हैं आसपास के कोई भी गेट या आयरन, कुछ भी आयरन का रेलिंग्स हो, आयरन की कुछ टूल्स हो, हम उस पर रस्टिंग देख सकते हैं. रेडिश ब्राउन कलर का होता है एंड दिस रस्टिंग कैन नॉट बी टर्न बैक इन टू आयरन. Okay, so now let's watch another video. It is about the process of digestion. Once a chemical change happens, there is no rewind button. We can't just replay it or rewind it back to what it was before the change happened. वह एक बार ये हो जाता है तो इसको हम और रिवर्स नहीं कर सकते हैं. Let's do another activity. यहाँ पे फिर से 4 ऑब्जेक्ट को देख पा रहे हैं. Yes, one is rotting fruit, अनदर रस्टिंग जो हम पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, फोटोसिंथेसिस गोइंग इन प्लांट्स, और एक वाटर बॉटल है जिसका शेप एकदम क्रम्पल्ड कर दिया गया है. सो आई थिंक यू ऑलरेडी नो द आंसर. विच वन इज द ऑड वन आउट? yes, the odd one out is this bottle whose shape and size has been changed. Precisely, the shape has been changed. Rotting of fruit is also a chemical change. यहाँ पे फ्रूट के अंदर कुछ केमिकल चेंजेस होते हैं जिसकी वजह से वो पकने लगते हैं. दैट इज़ अ केमिकल चेंज. रस्टिंग वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. इट इज़ अ केमिकल change we all know. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is also a process in which something new is formed. The plant uses the sunlight with the help of chlorophyll present in it, and then uses the carbon dioxide taken from the air and the water taken from the soil, and then produces something new, that is the simplest form of sugar, that is glucose, and also releases oxygen during this process. So yeah, here something new is getting formed. So yes, definitely it is a chemical change, not a physical change. Okay, now let's do some questions. It is a worksheet taken from the NCERT book itself. Here we can see a list of 10 different changes. So let's discuss if these changes are physical or chemical. So the first one is melting of cubes. You all know the answer. It is a physical change. Chopping of vegetable. Again, we are not changing the vegetables and no new substances are getting formed. So yes, it is again a physical change. Boiling of water, we have already discussed. It is a physical change. Making popcorn from corn. Something new is getting produced. So this is a chemical change. Cutting a piece of paper. This was the starting of today's discussion, so we already know the answer. It is a physical change. Adding beetroot extract to water. This is a homework for you all. Try it in your home and try to find out the answer if something new is getting formed or not. Burning of wood, we have already seen in the photos and graphics. It is a chemical change. Drying wet clothes. Clothes have water in the form of tiny droplets in them, and when we dry it, these droplets get vaporized by the process of evaporation. So here, only the state of the water is getting changed, not something new is getting formed. So it is again a physical change. Making some small balls of dough. So again, we are giving some shape and size to the dough. So yes, it is a physical change. And the last one, boiling small balls of dough into chapatis. Here, only the rolling of the chapatis is mentioned, not properly cooking it. So only rolling is also giving shape to the balls of dough. So this also comes under physical change. So that was all for today's discussion. Now let's do a small summary. क्विक समरी, सो फिजिकल चेंज इज द चेंज जिसमें शेप, साइज या स्टेट चेंज होता है, सब्सटेंस सेम ही रहता है. केमिकल चेंज इज द चेंज where something new is formed and it's मोस्टली परमानेंट. दैट मीन्स इसको हम रिवर्स या रिवाइंड नहीं कर सकते हैं. सो आई हैव टू स्मॉल challenges for you. Find two physical changes and two chemical changes at home and write them down. And second one is quite interesting. You can do small experiments with it also. The question is, can physical and chemical changes happen simultaneously? Try it and find out the answer, and we will also look for some new answers of it in the next video. So that's all for today. Thank you. Like, think, and learn. And most importantly, keep observing, keep questioning.